Welcome to the channel, guys and gals. My name is Norman, also known as King Julian. I want to thank you all for being here, and to all the new subscribers, thank you for subscribing to the channel. It's very, very heartfelt, and again, I'm very, very humble for everything. You guys have been awesome. If anybody was to ask me, I have the best subscribers in the world right here on this channel. Uh, so it's been a couple of days since I made the last video, and the last video was very short. It was the finished finale of the King Kepner Ranch articulated cars, the first set. And I made mention about a water car. Well, what I didn't say was that I had already cut out the pieces for the water car. So I started putting it together and doing what I needed to do. This is where I'm at right now. Now, this is pretty much done. Every handrail on this car has been built and hand cut and hand formed. Every bit of it. Got the water hatch right up here, which has two handles on it, which has a split down the center, which will allow for each car. I'm going to do some refinement work on that, kind of give it a lip a little bit. Then I got the foot stirrups. I'm going to make a cut bar, knuckle cut bar for right here. Now, I'm waiting on kind of doing that right now because once I get home this weekend, I've got to see if I got my other set of Atlas O freight trucks, which I think I do. Pretty sure I do. But if I don't, I'll have to see about acquiring some of them through trains.com, eBay, whoever has them, or who might have them in the area. Because I can get those fairly reasonable, pretty cheap. And this car right here has cost me nothing to build. It's going to get painted in the intense metallic blue pearl with the striping in it, the KKR logo, and like I said, I believe it's 2023 is when I first mentioned the water car, or it may have been 2022. But either way, it's going to get that number on it. The handrails will be done in the stainless, just like the rest of the cars, because this is not a cattle car. This platform on each end will be painted black up top, and I decided to do that because, well, it's a modern day take. Everybody's going to be walking on it, so why not? Other details that will need to be done is right here, opposite of each end. I need to go, I guess I need to get to a Hobby Lobby or something like that and find a kind of like a garden hose and put it on a reel right here on each end. Reason for that being is, again, this is a water car to go between the articulates. The whole theory behind it is that if the train was running and the cattle baron got sidelined and they were there for a long time, the cars start getting hot, you need to hook up some way to mist down the cattle and keep them cool, especially during summertime. But you could also use this as a water car to go back behind one of your locomotives, steam locomotives. And of course, it does have its little lip right there, looks like a rolled lip, if you want to call it that. As far as freight trucks, now this is the one that's getting me. I'm kind of having a hard time with that one because I'm trying to decide if I want to just put regular freight trucks or put 6 axles underneath it. Because this car was designed to be big, it was designed to hold a lot of water. So I'm kind of got issues with that, debating on how I want to go about doing that. I'll see about the freight trucks first, see what they look like, and then go from there. If I don't like it, then I'll go to a 6-axle setup. Very happy with it. Now, this car is loosely modeled after one of the West Side Lumber Company water tank cars. As I remember Dad telling the story, of course, Dad was a historian on the West Side Lumber Company. Somewhere around the late 1800s, one of the executives went to Europe, and while he was there, he visited Britain and Europe. By the way, I do keep those two separate because some people get offended. And he liked the idea of the platforms at each end on some of the tank cars they had over there, apparently, at some point. And so he brought that idea back because over here in the logging industry, we used what they called steam donkeys. And the steam donkeys were there, powered pulleys to move the logs up the hill, down the hill, out of the river, and onto the rail cars. So this was loosely based off of that. Now, in my G-Scale collection of my dad's scratch build stuff, I do have a model of this car. It is completely different from this, though. My idea was to take an old design, tweak it for modern day, and make it fit with the cattle cars. So, again, I don't know if I want to do freight trucks underneath it or, a 3-axle freight truck on each end, 6 axles in total. I'll just decide on that before I put it in primer. But yes. So there is the water car. I was hoping to have this done and be ready to go on the rails when I got home, but cutting things kind of short right now. So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And what the next build was. This one did not take long. I knew it wasn't not going to take long at all to do this car. It kind of gave me a break before I start the next set of articulates. And when I come back out of the house, I'm going to have the original kit bash with me from this channel. It's going to get reworked. I'll have the articulated cattle, the new set of articulated cattle cars with me to come out. And possibly one of the things when I want to do another kit bash. The next kit bash is going to be something that is kind of nice, but weird at the same time. So yes, this is definitely, I'm happy with how it turned out so far. Now, as far as underframing, I don't know yet. Okay. I mean, it does need air tanks, possibly a storage box, each side. I don't know. Well, I'll just go kind of wing it. I thought about doing skirting down here, but then I was like, well, if I do a 3-axle setup, 6 axles in total, it wouldn't make sense to have that skirting there. If I do just the freight trucks, it'll line up pretty good with the cattle cars. Again, I don't know yet at this point how I'm going to do that. Once I get more into deciding how I want to, do a short update on it. But yeah, so a few little extra details, bottom side details, cut bar, water hose wheel. I need to also try to find a water pump or something to go up here on each end of the platform. That would be really cool to get. May have to make one. I'm gonna think of it. I gotta look up there my parts. I think I got something that'll actually work to show a pump. Yeah, I mean, just a few little things. Nothing major. But I'm happy with it. And I think as it comes along, with the few things left to do, I think it's going to turn out pretty nice going in with the articulates right in the center. So, yeah, pretty happy. I hope you enjoyed this video on this. If you did, please drop a comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and I'll see you on the next video. As always, keep the shiny side up, rubber down. See you on the next one sometime this weekend. We're going to do some train running this weekend. See y'all then.